There we go, a big clap. So,
hello and welcome to War with a Mate.
yeah, hi, it's us again. How you doing? How you been?
Much to update this week, James?
No.
Okay, that's not why. Wow.
Yeah, I just got here.
Okay, someone who looks a lot like you has been in my house for quite a while.
Yeah, I know him. He's a swell guy.
Okay.
I'm like him, but I'm just a lot more tired. I'm very I've got a very bad back now after today. It's really badly injured.
From setting up a board game.
Yeah, setting it up for hours. We did a full day today. Big long day. Good way to spend the weekend, if you ask me. And we can actually say it this time and mean it. We've started the game as in the actual turn. We're partway through the first turn now.
We've ticked stuff off.
Yeah.
The game has begun.
The game is afoot. Ah!
Okay.
That's little victory squawk, because I think I'm winning so far.
Well, you did blindside me this session.
Yes, I did. I caught you off guard.
I was very unhappy about that.
So, for the uninitiated, I suppose we'll do a bit of a recap this time since we're actually into it. We are two guys, two subtle, humble, brave gentlemen who have decided to take on the Herculean task of playing SPI's The Campaign for North Africa, a very, very long game that no one's ever beaten, or at least no one's documented and proven that they've beaten it. We're going to do that. It's going to take an estimated 8 years. As time passes, I think it's probably going to be longer than that.
Yeah, classic sort of estimate with anything when the project actually starts. Oh, we have severely underestimated this.
And, well, I'm James, and you're
Andy.
Randy. Yeah, you're Randy. That's your name.
Yeah.
And we're giving it a jolly good go. We've got the game set up. We started playing the first turn of a practice run. We're going to do a practice run, which is 6 turns. 6 of the 111 real turns. And then when we finish that, we're going to start again and do the whole thing in one big go. And it's coming along. We got everything. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? We're sat on the floor because it's taken up all of the surface space.
Either the board goes on the floor or we do.
And we are nothing.
The board has won.
The board always wins. It's like the house.
Yeah.
I've got this little lady here.
Why are you fidgeting with D&D minis?
Yeah, it's also not great podcast material, is it?
It's visual and unrelated.
I've got a little gnome in my hand. It's a little gnome woman from a D&D game. Pop her away. Otherwise, I'll just fiddle and get distracted. I've had plenty of little game pieces to play with all day, and I've not been interested in them at all. But they're not shaped like a little gnome.
That's good to hear.
I've been disinterested in this. What I've been doing a lot of, and you've been doing a lot of, is worrying about the trucks.
The trucks, yeah. They're scary. They're the game.
The trucks are so scary. We thought that we misunderstood the trucks when we started to play, because we've got through... Oh, we can just talk about the stuff we did.
Yeah, let's do a step-by-stepper.
Right, okay. So, I got here.
Okay, not that granular.
Right, okay. All right, we played the game.
Okay, let's find a middle ground. Let's zoom in there.
All right, okay. Let's dial it in a little bit. Let's crank that dial.
But yeah,
that's the dial cranking.
Initiative determination.
Yes, so that was how the turn starts. So the very first thing, that is the very first thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We determine the initiative, and the initiative is, in this situation, the game just tells you because it's a little mini scenario. So I, as the man on the back foot, I think, for this one, I get the initiative, which means I get to choose each turn, each stage of each turn, who goes first. And we talked about this last week.
Yep.
And the week before as well.
Yep.
And I was going to pick myself.
Yeah, you consistently said that.
That I was going to go first. I was going to bite the bullet. I was going to dive in head first. And I decided today, no, you can do it.
Yeah, so that's a moment of panic where I thought, oh, at least I'll see what he's doing and react to it. Nope, yeah, but I'm going first.
Then I thought, actually, I want to do that. I want to see how the game works first. So you go ahead, you do that. And you did. And then the thing that happened right after that...
Strategic air.
Yes. we figure out where our planes are going to go, what they're going to do. Turns out mine are not going to do anything because I don't start with any planes in the right place to do anything. So because of that, I ended up not having anything to do for most of today in terms of the actual gameplay. It was mostly watching you figure out what you're allowed to do. And then after that, you sent your planes off on a little mission.
Yep, then that's moving into the naval convoy stage.
Yeah.
Second stage.
Yeah, well, actually, that was after I planned out the naval convoy. So I had to decide what resources are being shipped where. So I'm sending off some food and ammunition to Tobruk, a little bit of stuff to Benghazi and Tripoli. And I'm still very unsure as to whether I'm pronouncing any of the places correctly.
Oh, we've never promised to pronounce anything correctly.
No. I sometimes get your name wrong, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, that does
Jessica.
Hit. That's wildly wrong.
Okay. Is it there's like an umlaut, isn't there, in your name?
No.
Right. Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. Probably one of the guys who ran the army you're representing.
That's true, yeah. I'm not representing, by the way. Try to sneak that one in there, didn't you? No, thank you. So you sent your planes away to try and track down my boats, and you came up snake eyes.
Didn't find any boats, which meant the naval convoy stage was very short because there was no bombing involved.
Which is great, because we're doing this as a practice run to see how the rules work, and there's just big swathes of the game we can't do, because I don't start with the planes in the right places to try it out, and you didn't find my boats to then bomb them. So we thought this game is going a lot faster than we thought it was. We're already a few steps in, and it's just the first day of actually going through the turn.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, we hit a roadblock.
Trucks.
The trucks. They are... The truck, there's so much to do with the trucks. But we did get a bit overwhelmed and panicked ourselves more than we needed to. Because
we had quite a bit of a back and forth where we thought we were going to have to track every single truck individually, even if it was attached to other stuff.
Which it turns out we don't. We don't need to do that.
Which makes it somewhat doable management-wise.
Absolutely. So I'm just making sure my microphone is on properly, because it looks like I'm quieter than usual. Not sure what that's all about. Oh well, we'll see how this comes out in the wash.
Yeah, just a listener after you've jammed up to compensate. Yeah, let's not.
Oh no, everything's working fine here. It must be you, whoever's listening. It's something wrong with your headset. So
pop them out, throw the headphones away, and listen to this for speakers.
Listen to this out loud, in public preferably. People need to hear this.
That's how people find out about podcasts.
You overhear it being played loudly in public forum.
Yeah, on like a bus, and then they go, I'll give that a listen.
Yeah, that's how I find most things, to be honest. I just eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop on people on the bus?
Yeah, that's where some of the most interesting things happen. Buying bus tickets, getting to destinations. A bit like the trucks.
Yeah.
Except you don't have to buy a ticket. We already got our ticket to Funtown.
It cost a lot more than a fucking bus ticket.
Yeah, this is an expensive thing to buy and waste our time on. But the good thing is we are now less worried about the trucks because we got everything wrong. Turns out that the trucks are actually easier than we thought they were to keep track of.
Yeah, because we had developed an instinct, which I think is justifiable, of whenever anything isn't clear, it's the most painstaking and annoying way possible.
Well, yeah,
it just happened to not be the case with trucks.
We've had to adapt to that because that's been the case with everything else in this game, where we look at it and go, well, it would be sensible for it to work this way, and then there's a paragraph or several pages about why it doesn't work that way because they want to be more accurate or just to sort of waste
trolls.
time. Yeah, the original pranksters, SPI. There were no pranks before them. Whoopee Cushions came out in 1984.
Is that true? Or?
No, it's a flagrant lie. And that kind of deception is how I'm going to beat you at this game.
Telling me incorrect facts about toys.
Yeah, it's not a toy. It's a joke apparatus.
Yeah, a toy.
No, joke apparatus different to toy.
Is it?
For it to be a toy, it needs to have at least one sound effect
and a handle.
And a handle. Yeah, that's toys for you. You got a handle? Yep. Well, maybe it's a cup. Does it have sound effects? No, it is a cup. Well done. A mug.
That's a fun flowchart.
Yeah. Well, I'm something of an engineer. So.
Someone's got to badly make things.
Yeah. There's a badly made podcast I hear about the campaign for North Africa.
Oh, someone else is doing one.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope not. If you are, please don't sign over the rights to us. We'll take it over. We're gonna merge. It'd be great to have more people doing this, so we could have some time off.
Yeah.
Delegate. We could be the commanders in chief. Other people have to do this for
I'd
us.
Churchill it up and send 5 guys to handle this for me.
Yeah, that would be handy, because then we could just do a Churchill and smoke lots of big cigars, drink lots of whiskey.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't really know much about what he did beyond that, to be honest.
He gets quotes attributed to him.
That's true. Well, it's mostly stuff he said, isn't it?
I don't know. I get the impression people are like, that's a cool thing. Let's say Churchill said it.
Yeah, he's got that sort of, that vibe about him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a cartoon character, so people like attach stuff to him.
Do you think anyone who looks like a cartoon character immediately gets some sort of historic grace and position?
Kinda, yeah.
No. Well,
you need to be able to be, like, caricatured simply.
Do you know anyone who looks like a cartoon character?
Well, like, in real life?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
I don't think so. I'm just racking my brain there. Just like, do I know any funny
faces? There's Dave with a head like Stewie Griffin.
Poor guy. That sounds like it's...
That's horrible.
Yeah. Hard to walk through doorways, I would imagine. If you had a Stewie Griffin head.
Yeah, especially if it was proportional still.
Yeah. Oh, well. Trials and tribulations, we all have them. And ours is this game. But I think the biggest trial and tribulation is my back. My back hurts a lot.
Look, your back's gonna hurt playing this game.
What doesn't help, by the way, is that we're now hunched over on the floor, speaking these microphones propped up on... You've got, what's that? The Lord of the Rings box set.
Extended edition.
Oh.
Extra bit of height.
Yeah, because, of course, in the extended edition, they make the discs twice as thick.
Well, there's 2 discs for every film.
Oh, really?
There actually is.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough. I'm very sorry for being facetious. And then you've also got that's all of your men underneath, all of your soldiers. You're using the pieces of the game to prop up everything else.
Yeah,
that's impressive. I've got a couple of shoe boxes, 2 Ugg boxes. They're not mine. I didn't purchase any Uggs. I purchase shoes that seem to fall apart every few weeks and then have to buy another pair. I won't bother you with that. That's my cross to bear. Yeah, there's actually some D&D minis in here, I think. I was going to shake it.
Don't shake it.
But the
mic's on it, and 2, it'll make a load of noise.
No, it'll be fine. Why does this look so quiet? God, this is going to be awkward if it's really, really quiet. I'm going to just tilt the microphone. Is that any better?
It'll be a fun edit. Is
this picking up anything correctly? It's risky. It's risky business.
I guess we'll find out when you come edit this.
Yeah, this could be a really bad one. Well, yeah. Anything you want to talk about in the game that made you feel any particular way today?
No, I'm just feeling good about the game overall still.
It feels really good to just be in a turn.
Yeah.
The fact that we've tried it out and it wasn't that scary. It's like skydiving, I would imagine. Never tried it. I'm scared.
Never will.
Never will. But I also used to say, I will never play Espionage, the campaign for North Africa.
I think when you found out about it, you immediately had the idea for the podcast.
I immediately wanted to play it.
Yeah.
Because when it got brought up, we were both in the room, someone else had brought it up. And then we reconvened a few weeks later, and I told you that I kept on thinking about the game. Couldn't get it off my mind, and you admitted you'd also been thinking about the game a little bit. And then there it was. Concocted this.
So someone came into our lives, gave us this horrible thing, and then left.
That's it. Well, there were going to be 3 of us.
Yeah, it was going to be
We
were going to have a bookkeeper, which in hindsight was someone was going to do all our work.
Oh, we nearly got to be Churchill. We nearly got our Churchill moment. Oh, drats. We're just going to have to do this ourselves. No one else is allowed to help or be involved.
Okay.
This is just for us.
That takes some help.
Actually, you know what? You can't be involved either.
Oh, okay.
It's just for me. Winning's going to be easier, but it will take considerably longer. I'm going to do it at your house still. I hope that's all right.
It's not.
Right. Okay. So
you better pack all this shit up and get out.
All this shit. This is art. It's actually in picture frames now. It does look really nice.
Yeah.
It's like a nice little decorative piece.
It's going up on the wall in 10 years.
Why? We'll still be playing.
Yeah.
10 years, we'll still have 14 turns to go. That's not by any calculation other than you got your head in your hands there. Realizing what we're doing is silly. I did have that moment a few times today, but for the most part, the fact that it's actual measurable progress and we don't have to convince ourselves we've made progress, it feels good. It sort of softened the blow.
Yeah, well, you spent the last several weeks saying we've started because you wanted to feel a sense of progress.
Absolutely.
So now we've actually started. You must be feeling good.
Let's just quickly pause so I can check that the audio's working. Audio seems fine. Never mind. False alarm. Yeah. Oh, that's what happens. Live radio. Anything can happen.
Like they stop it, go and do something else, and then restart where they left off.
Yeah. That would make the radio much better. Give it some production value.
Yeah. I mean, it needs it.
Yeah. Radio's bad.
Yeah, that's why they made podcasts.
For people like us. For gentlemen.
To keep idiots busy.
Well, idle hands are the devil's plaything.
But they also make light work.
But it's important that it's referred to as plaything because, of course, hands don't have handles.
Or sound effects.
So they're not toys. They're playthings. Playthings can be anything made out of
It's
skin.
anything that's not a toy and made of skin.
That's the flowchart. I don't make the rules. I just read the charts. That's basically what the game is.
It is a bunch of charts.
No
flowchart.
No flowcharts, no. But, my God, does it flow. Flows like
the mighty Amazon.
No. Oh, that reminds me. Did you have any update on your book arriving? Because you ordered a book from Amazon, didn't you? And it's...
Oh, I stopped myself ordering it.
Oh, right, because of the delivery time frame of 3 to 7 months.
For some reason, an Indian cookbook has a 3 to 7 month delivery time.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
What a weird time window.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they've managed to measure that. So in the next 3 months, it could be ready.
That feels like the delivery equivalent of, I don't know.
Yeah, that's vague. It's not good. It's not accurate, and we're all about accuracy, which is why we've got big ledgers now that we're taking notes in throughout the game.
Not fancy lads.
Yeah. They were buy one get one free. So £10.
Yeah.
Anyone out there looking for a ledger? Go for it. I'm not giving free advertisement out. I'm not gonna name
people.
I'm not gonna name the shop I bought them from.
No, that's good, yeah.
They don't get to know it. It's not for them.
They can't have them.
They can't have them. We've got ledgers, you
get
don't.
them and start their own podcast.
That's the barrier to entry. You need a really complex board game. You need 2 ledgers, and you need just a little. The X factor is what I would call it. A dream. Yeah, both. A dream and the X factor.
An extreme.
An extreme. An X-rated dream.
Ooh.
That's where I got this idea. It's one of those...
an X-rated dream.
Yeah. You weren't involved.
Good.
It was... I mean, if you don't want to be. No.
Involved in your sex dreams.
Yeah. Sorry, X-rated. Not sex.
Oh, sorry, violent.
No.
So what is it? Language.
It was sexually charged.
You had a dream where people were swearing.
Yeah, it really freaked me out. I was like, I don't want to have that dream. I need to occupy my mind with something else. Need to occupy the deserts of my mind. And that's when I had the idea.
Oh, no. What an awful origin story.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. But at the time, I wanted to call this something completely different.
Yeah, thank God you didn't.
You didn't let me call it what I wanted to call it.
Is it a bad name?
It wasn't a bad name.
It didn't make sense.
I wanted this to be called the elephant.
Just doesn't make a lick of sense.
Yes, it does. It's from the adage, to eat an elephant. To eat the elephant, there's only one way to eat it, one bite at a time. And that's what the game would be, one big thing that we're doing little chunks at.
There's only one way to eat an elephant over 8 years.
Yeah, it would take a long time to eat an elephant.
I could get one down pretty quick.
Bullshit.
I could eat a full elephant in a year.
That's not quick.
It's significantly quicker than this game we're doing.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
also a lot of meat for a year.
The game also doesn't have a trunk while we're comparing things. That it's a metaphor.
Yeah, so
Andy.
It's a bad name.
It's everything that's good is a metaphor. There's not one good literal thing in the world.
What?
Name one thing that's literal but good.
Literature.
Literature's mostly metaphor.
Non-fiction books.
They still use metaphors to get the point across.
Not good ones.
Yeah, they do.
Because metaphors are lies, and that's a type of fiction.
We talked about metaphors last time.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were.
Yeah, we're caught in a bit of a loop. We're running out of material.
What a really short loop.
What's 13 in? Yeah. And we're running out of material, talking about metaphors twice. Like a bunch of poets. It's basically what we are.
Yeah.
We've got beautiful prose.
Should never group if you'll remember I have no respect for poets.
Well, I think we should probably, since we've been so heated today, me catching you off guard with the initiative.
Yeah, you little fucker.
You looking for my boats and not finding them. Again, another win in my column. I've just had a great time, but maybe we'll just need to reconvene a little bit and find some common ground. What do you think?
Yeah, I've got something I'd like us to agree on.
All right, so...
And I'd like this to be do the intro.
Well, the intro, it's probably already happened now.
No, play it now.
And now for something nicer. A little oasis in the war. It's time for some common ground. I'm trying the intro for common ground. I'm recording it. Maybe.
Yeah. And we're good. And we're back from the intro.
Yeah, we've just had to play it twice.
You have to, though.
No, I can't. Okay. This bit's a lie. Okay. So, common ground.
This is something I'd like you to agree with me on. And then I'd like us to start a movement to make everyone agree with this opinion.
Oh, wow. So this is a common ground that's also audience participation.
Ideally, yes. This is going to spread.
Okay.
No more private cat ownership.
Right, okay.
Cats are municipal property.
Oh, right.
You're not allowed to let them in your house or feed them. They're there to deal with the city's rats and birds.
Sorry, deal with the birds?
Yeah, like pigeons and stuff.
Right, but what do you mean deal with? Sorry, so if I'm going to get on board with this...
Like if there's pest problems just in general.
Yeah.
Rats, pigeons.
Right.
The cats, because they'll be hungry because they're not being fed, will kill all of them, thus reducing the pest population, because cats have had it too easy for too long.
Right, sorry, so this actually sounds a little bit more pointed that you've got something against cats.
Well, cats, we originally got on board with cats back in the way, way old back times.
Oh, see, this is why metaphors are important. No, continue. That is true.
We got on board with them to, like, kill stuff for us. Like barn cats.
Right.
And then we let the cats fool us into thinking we should just let them, like, basically live the lives we want to. So, cats, you're earning your keep again. Maybe in 20 to 30 years when there's no more rats and pigeons left, you can come back inside.
Sorry, just a point to touch on there, again, just to understand the psychology behind this, because this is quite fascinating. You said, they're living the life we want to live.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate?
They just lie around and sleep all day. People care for them for no real reason, even though they don't contribute. They don't have to, like, go to work. Easy life.
Right, okay. I see some of the appeal of that. Thankfully, that's not the common ground point you raised, because I'm not sure I agree that I want to live like a cat. All right, so I can see some positives to this. You get a lot of people who enjoy being around cats. You know, I see a cat, I'd like to pet the cat. The issue is, if I pet a cat and then touch my face, I tend to get all sniffly. I'm only allergic if it's like contact. So as long as I admire from afar, then I'm all right. So that would be beneficial to me if I could just occasionally look at a cat, go, there we go.
Yep.
There's a cat nearby, that's a nice cat. But knowing that I respect it
Because it's got a job.
as a member of society.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, I can see that. So I suppose what happens to all of the cats that are currently pets?
They are let out.
They're let out.
Yeah. And they now belong to the state.
Okay. So does that mean that part of my national insurance now goes towards cat?
It goes towards enforcing people not letting cats in their house or caring for them.
And how are we policing that exactly?
It's like the licenses people. They'll come round, knock on the door. Oi, oi, have a look round, see if there's any evidence of cats in use.
So just a really toothless agent arriving, asking if they can come in, and when you say no, they just have to leave.
Yeah. Also, we'll go through social media. We'll go through social media and stuff and find anyone posting too many pictures of the same cat.
So you're like an insurance company trying to figure out if someone's lied about
Having a cat.
having a cat.
Yeah.
Okay, I do definitely see some merit to this. I don't think it's inherently a bad idea. I think it would probably need a bit of refining. But who knows, maybe if this is a community effort, whoever's listening to this can message in their thoughts at
info@warwithamaid.co.uk.
info@warwithamaid.co.uk is where you can let us know a bit of information about whether or not this is a viable option. Are you loading up our emails there? See what we've got in the inbox? Nothing. All right. So that means that either the figures of listeners are all bots, or people just aren't understanding what I'm saying when I say send us an email.
Or, and I'm going to confirm this afterwards, we've been saying the wrong email.
Yeah, did you not get our reply? Mailer Damon. It's our auto reply. We send it to everybody who sends us an email because unfortunately we've been giving you the wrong email. No, it's not. It's the right email address.
Okay, good.
I think. I've got no way to prove that. Only you can, people list. Well, I guess we could test it and send an email.
I did, and I got one.
Oh, right. So it did come through.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So. Oh, well, I think
no one wants to get in touch.
Well, for common ground, that was good. We've reached that common ground. I think.
So you're on board?
I'm on board with this being something that can be workshopped by the community.
Okay, I'll set up a working group.
Right. Okay.
And we'll get that passed through Parliament.
These things are just meant to be contained as like a little sort of fun segment in the podcast. They're not meant to be ruled out as political.
I just took it as
manifest.
Getting you to agree with one of my batshit beliefs, and then propagating that.
Well, the thing is, the thing that gives me an interesting little insight into your mind is that I asked you about 10 minutes before we started recording if you had your common ground idea.
Yeah.
And you went, oh, shit, no. So then you've thought on the fly of this particular idea. This is something that was already in your psyche.
It's been bouncing around in there.
You know what? Fair enough.
I'm a societal architect who doesn't get to play with his canvas. I should be in charge of the nation.
No, I'm not sure you should.
It would be interesting.
I mean, yes, it would be interesting. It would be a really fun week.
Before I get cooed.
No, I think you'd be killed.
Oh, okay.
You'd be put down in the streets, like I don't know what gets put down the streets. Saddam Hussein.
Yeah. Gaddafi.
All right, so you're comparing yourself to two
we're
figures
talking
who
about
are not held in high
who
regard.
Died in the street. I feel dictators who are held in high regard don't get murdered by their population.
Andy, nobody said anything about dictator, so that's another little blank
you said
filled
I'd be
there.
in charge for a week.
That's not usually how dictators tend to have a fairly good run for the most part.
Yeah, you put a week on me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Were you thinking they'd hold a flash election to remove me after a week?
No, again, I think they'd kill you in the streets.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think your ideas are not going
And then
to.
cats could eat my body.
That's not. So you're a pest as well, by your own definition.
I guess.
The birds, the rats, the dead dictators, all the things that the cats need to deal with.
Yeah.
Is that the plot of the musical Cats?
Yeah, it's about a bunch of cats who get kicked out of their houses by a civil ordinance and set out to kill the mayor.
The mayor is a very sort of low level, not even regional figurehead to be the antagonist in such a big scheme.
Yeah, but they're cats.
I suppose, yeah, it's all relative.
They have limited capabilities.
Well, as you know from the Cravendale advert, they don't have thumbs. If they had thumbs, would be fucked.
Yeah, that is good.
And if they had thumbs, they'd be able to play with toys,
That's a good point.
which have handles.
Which you need thumbs for.
Exactly. The sound effects, that's happenstance.
Do you think it would be difficult to give a cat thumbs with, like, genetic engineering?
It's probably in the
It's
works.
probably like a gene for the thumb.
The thumb gene. That's
Yeah.
the X factor.
Yeah, and you take that from, like, a guy and put it on a cat.
Who's got 2 thumbs and isn't a cat?
My genetically modified dog.
Stop doing experiments on dogs.
Okay. There's
Wow. So
people next.
Oh, people next. You'd be a bad dictator. This game has really warped your mind. Now you wanna give thumbs to cats, you sick fuck.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, that's bad. They don't deserve to have thumbs by your own admission.
No, they get thumbs when they get let back in.
Okay. So right, okay. No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
There's no real issue with that, to be honest. Just not while they're lazing about.
No.
They shouldn't have it gifted to them.
Yeah.
No, I'm on board with that. Then I'm gonna quickly check my ledger and see if there was anything about today of note that I can refer to. No, on the first page, you are called a sucker at one point.
Oh, nice.
It's interesting.
Why?
It's mostly because I got to. Oh, someone spilled something. That's impressive. We're on the floor, and you managed to spill over your Heine 0%. Yeah. That's it. You just use your clothes to
In
mop
my
it up.
defense, in a normal place, the beer would be on the table, not getting knocked over.
Yeah, but still, you've still got plenty of room on the floor. There was enough room on the floor that we could play the game on it. Then we thought it should have an elevated status.
Yeah, and then we put... Yeah, okay.
You're such a
Just
messy...
because it's raised doesn't mean we have all the floor space.
We've got a lot of floor space.
We've got some.
I could do exercises here.
What exercises are you firing off in here?
I could do a jumping jack.
I doubt it.
Just the one. I'm tempted to...
Jump and your legs would split, but they wouldn't come back together in time. And
No,
you'd just be stuck like that.
I'd be stuck in the air, suspended for all of time. Ooh, that would be horrible. What a way to go.
Well, just suspended in time.
Yeah. I guess you're not really gone.
You're there forever.
It's quite beautiful.
Something to aim for.
Poetry.
It's not poetry. It didn't rhyme, and it was good.
Oh dear. Why? I'm thrilled that we're in it, because now we started the journey.
Yeah,
It's not us flapping trying to figure out how to play the game. We're doing it now. We're playing the game. This is what we've been waiting
we're playing
for.
the game and trying to figure out how to do it. But yeah.
We're multitasking. This is what a wild endeavor.
Well, we could actually say we tell people we've played this game now and not be lying.
Yeah, when we say we've played the game, we don't mean that we've
Read
set
the
up the
rule
map
book.
and then sat and read the rule book and then talked about metaphors 2 weeks in a row. It's wild that we talked a lot about the game last time.
Yeah.
Considerably less today, even though we've played
We
the
got
game.
through more, but unfortunately, because I didn't find any of your ships, that whole segment is empty.
I really hope that doesn't happen frequently, where we just miss huge parts of the game, never get to play test it, and then we go into the real thing,
and
we
then
just don't
suddenly
know
I'm
how it
just
works.
rolling a hit every time.
Yeah, well, that'll be bad for me, because I want to ship all of my things to all of my men.
But I'm not gonna let you.
It's not up to you. It's up to the dice. It's up to chance. It's the most beautiful force there is. Chance and gravity.
A strong nuclear force.
A strong nuclear force.
Yeah, that's the nicest force.
Nicest or best?
Both.
I think gravity's quite nice.
It's trying to hold you down.
Ooh. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Very oppressive.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the bad force.
Gravity, you dog.
Yeah.
Dirty dog. Had me thinking that you're a nice guy. You're actually dragging me down.
Gravity is the cats of forces.
Oh, wow. I'm so sore and tired. My back hurts so much. I feel like I'm permanently hunched over now.
I was relatively fine before we started recording, but my right leg has gone to sleep.
I was wondering why you were in that pose, sort of poking your leg out.
It's still asleep, though.
Can you raise both hands?
No.
Right then.
I'm so scared.
You should be. I inherit your home when you die. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, I don't care, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We do need to sort out nominations for who's going to finish this if we die early.
Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah. Any volunteers, let us know. Email us. You never do. It doesn't matter.
Come on, man. But also, please, someone just
fine.
send an email saying this exists.
No, it's fine. I don't even want an email.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm not bothered. It's fine.
You don't seem fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just funny how... No, it's the case we do need some sort of legacy to be continued should we perish along the way.
Yeah.
I feel like if one of us died, we'd probably die like together.
Why?
You know, a bit like the Smiths song.
No.
If a double-decker bus crashes into us,
The wheels on the bus.
to die by your side.
Is that what that song's about? Is getting creamed by a bus with your beloved.
Getting what?
Creamed by a bus.
Creamed by a bus.
Yeah.
Certainly not creamed by a bus. And what song?
What?
What song? The Wheels on the Bus.
No, the song you were mentioning by the Smiths.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's about, how it would be like if I die with you in a road traffic accident. That would be beautiful.
No. I'd like to be widowed multiple times.
Why? Why? What a horrible ambition you have.
Yeah, it's not great.
Have a life partner and be happy, man. Don't wait for them.
You know what's better than one life partner? 5.
No, it's not. That's not a good goal to have. It doesn't feel like you're going to be fully invested in these relationships if you're waiting for them to die off like some sort of modern day Henry VIII.
Yeah.
At least it'll be an easy rhyme to remember how the wives went. Died. Beheaded.
Beheaded. That's the week I'm king.
Yeah, no wonder they get you in the street, you madman.
So what's he done? He's made private cat ownership illegal and killed his wife.
Two things that do not
These are
go
gearing
down
up to
well.
be a concerning first 100 days.
Yeah. A week is actually far too long. The body count shouldn't be anything after a week. Dearie me. Leave them alone. The cats, the wives. The cat's wives. The wife's cat.
Well, she can't have a cat. We've been over this.
This game's taken it out of me today. It really has, but it's been a fun one. It's felt like, I'm trying to think of a metaphor. It's been like a lovely day.
That's a similar thing. You fucking idiot.
My back's so sore.
Is that where you keep your words?
In my coccyx. Ow!
I'd like my coccyx to could be bigger as well. I'd like a tail. if we're just saying things we want now.
You want it to be bigger?
Yeah.
You could try some coccyx enlargement pills.
Won't work on the penis, but they will give you a tail.
Yeah. They're not really branded as that. The pun doesn't really work. You don't hear of cock enlargement pills. They'd probably sell better.
They probably do. You probably can't buy them. They don't work, but you can buy them.
You sound like a man who's very in tune. Finger on the
I'm
pulse.
6K down. They're making my dick bigger hole, and there's no growth inside.
Too deep in the hole. Oh no. This has just become so juvenile. Talking about getting a bigger willy. And giving thumbs to cats. Oh.
Sitting on the floor's regressed us.
Really has. We're just children. Oh dear. This game is so complicated and vast. And this is such a big project we've committed to. And we're just not taking it very seriously, are we?
No. I would like to apologise to anyone who's a board game enthusiast who thought this would be, I don't know, illuminating about a game they're not going to get a chance to play.
Yeah, sorry for tricking you. If you are listening at this point, it's probably not because you enjoy anything about the game. And it's probably also not, I don't know why you're here, just inertia. It's on your feed now on Spotify. New episode out. Oh, well, I may as well.
So good to shake them out of that, eh?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've opened their eyes to it. Listener count dropping this week.
Oh, good.
Well, I think that's it, because we're just clearly regressing in what we're talking about. We've got nothing to say about the game because we're skipping past so much of it because we keep on rolling in ways that don't mean
just mean things don't happen.
We just got to put all those trucks together, and that's prettle much it.
Yeah,
pretty much it.
We got trucks to sort out, and then the actual fighting begins.
Fight, yeah. We have a real bare knuckle brawl in your living room,
and then play the game.
Now that's X-rated.
Why?
I don't know. It's violent,
I guess.
Yeah. Oh well, you've been great. Thanks for listening. And like I say, I don't even care about the email, so it's fine.
I would like some.
Yeah, and Andy would like some. You gonna let him down? You gonna let Andy down?
Because if you don't, I will focus my attention on politics.
Oh God, no! Make sure you placate
Keep me
him.
stuck to this.
Oh, he is indeed the devil's plaything. Well, we'll leave it at that, and catch us next time when we talk a little bit about the game and more about anything that crosses our minds. I'm gonna go have a lie down, try and fix my back.
I'm gonna shake some life into this leg.
I thought you said the pills weren't working.
Why, it's dead.
Well, on that bombshell, off we go.
And dead.
Fare thee well. Night night.
Stay subtle, humble, and brave.
Yeah, night night.